Okay,
Yeah,
we'll talk about first impressions. The first time I met your dragon, he stormed our train and then summoned a bunch of things to try and melt us for no goddamn reason.
He didn't try to melt you. That was just a misunderstanding. And I got to go to the head cart and I got to talk to the manager and it all got solved. See, we're here. We're at the destination that Neville's planned for all of us.
I don't think that guy was even here for anything to do with Nephos. I think he was something completely different.
No. Nevos has a plan for everybody, and he gets what he wants.
Okay.
He just tends to be really direct and has a very, very hard time with communicating with people. He and we have misunderstandings all the time, and sometimes I have hard times understanding what he's saying, but in the end, it always goes his way, and he gets what he wants.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Is what he wants always good, though?
Yeah, absolutely. Look at what's happened to me. I've picked up a trade. I have a pet. I have a friend. And I met you guys. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have met you guys.
And because of him, you almost didn't have us.
It's not true.
As he almost melted us into the train.
Did I not get us to this destination?
It was a group effort.
Yeah, I mean, I'm the one that got the train moving again.
We won't judge your religious.
I feel we've been put in the middle of something we don't completely understand.
It's okay. I don't completely understand him either. But
I think if we agree we are going to stay friends, if we are going to agree to stay as a group of friends, you like friends, right, Harmony? We must.
Yeah, you're the longest surviving friends I've had.
Have to take. Yes, and I think we should stick together and figure out what is going on and how we can help. That is what I have to say.
I want to be as little involved in this as possible. If I'm being
not
honest.
Very helpful, maybe.
I don't know if we are strong enough to take on the obelisk. We should figure out. I agree that we should probably figure out how hard this is going to be, and then
we should probably find out where it is, and 2, find out what it is, and 3, find out if it has any weaknesses.
Yeah. So let's go.
And the only thing we have to go off of this is that it's able to destroy a bunch of kobolds. And to be fair, I could probably destroy a bunch of kobolds on my own.
Nora, you're holding the cleric, right?
Yes, well, I would like to know if he would like to come along with us.
I would prefer not to.
Yeah, that's fair.
Can you tell us the way to the basilisk?
Have you left the temple yet?
I think not yet, but I think we're on our way out.
Yeah, I was being dragged out.
He says it's about 3 miles to the south.
Oh, look at that. That's a brisk walk. I didn't ask for a better location. It was 3 miles away and you never did anything about it.
We sent our bravest warriors to face it.
Does it have any weakness? Is there any way to kill it easy that you know?
Well, aside from the acid that will melt you instantly, its gaze has the power to turn you to stone, which is
love a good
probably the
stone
worst
gaze.
thing about it, the thing that makes it hardest to fight. We don't know if its own gaze can hurt it, though.
Anyone got
It's
a mirror?
possible that we've never seen 2 together, so it's possible that if you can turn its gaze back on it.
And don't blink. Yeah, no, I got the
thought we were gonna pull out a sword from a hat.
Okay. So, do you have a mirror in this temple?
Nope. It was looted by raiders years ago.
List in this world. Are they common? Are they uncommon?
We don't see too many.
Are basilisks common, uncommon in this world?
Are you asking the DM or the cleric?
Well, I'm wondering, like, our group knowledge.
They're not
Can
particularly.
we roll for something to see what we know about that?
Yeah, you can roll nature.
Okay.
Well,
Okay.
I have a lousy curse if you think about it.
I have an idea though.
Why don't we just go? Let's just go kill a basilisk. Is that the dungeon that you wrote out?
Nope.
There's one way.
Only rolled a 6.
6. This is the first time you're hearing about a basilisk, Nor.
Yeah.
I think
There is
we
one way we could avoid turning to stone.
What's that?
Who here fires things that can get stuck in it?
I do.
Me?
Pretty
Okay.
much everybody.
So I'm talking about like physical objects that can stick out of its skin and stay embedded in it.
Yeah.
Well, a bullet will stay in it.
So
I have darts.
if one of you were to fire something, and let's just say that one thing had darkness cast on it, if we fire it at its face, then it constantly has a shroud of darkness just around its face. And none of us will see its face, and it can't turn us to stone.
I can do it from a distance.
And then as soon as that gets impeded, we don't have to worry about that at all. We just have to make sure that no one can see through magical darkness.
Let's see.
Yeah. It could work.
I don't know if that actually works. I think it's an area of effect cone.
Darkness?
Yeah.
No,
when
you
it
can.
comes out of a basilisk. This is meta, but it's a cone.
If I turn it blind, I have a cast of blindness. I could cast it at 3rd level. But another option, instead of just fighting it head on, is we could literally get to a city and then return here with equipments like mirrors.
Oh my god, let's go shopping. Can we just go to a city and go shopping first? This is no rush. This dude is going to stay metal for a while.
Exactly.
So I think last time one of you had remembered a map and figured out that there's no city that you can see from where you are, but you know of the Grand Station, which would have a great city where everyone would gather. Probably the only real hospitable place left in the Eternal Valley. And that is about 3 days away.
Okay.
Walking.
Never mind the shopping trip. We'll get there eventually. Damn.
All right. Well, let me look at my blindness.
Really getting tired of this pirate outfit.
If I blind a basilisk, does it still hurt us? I mean, we wouldn't know, so I don't know.
That would be the same thing.
Do I know anything about basilisks?
That
Roll
would be
nature.
the same.
All of
That
you
would
can
be
roll
the same
nature.
thing with
Yeah.
Oh,
let's
okay.
get a.
It
11.
would be the same.
13.
I have a 16.
8.
Okay. Jovian. Big lizard thing.
Yes.
Bad.
My favorite. Lots of lizards in this desert. I'm used to lizards.
The rest of you know that they're relatively rare creatures, usually solitary on account of the whole evil gaze thing.
Damn you, evil gaze.
Yeah. This is a nice Christian stream.
I still like
Yeah.
the idea of the darkness cast around its face, because if it can't see us, it can't hurt. Like, it can't petrify us.
Yeah, I guess you guys would know that according to legends and studies, most people don't do this and survive, but the petrification happens when you lock eyes with a basilisk.
So if one of you fire something and I cast darkness on that thing, it'll just engulf its head in darkness.
Okay, so it is
Blindness works too.
Yeah, it just has to not be able to see us. Yeah, let's do it. Let's just put darkness on a bullet. I'll snipe it from afar.
Oh,
It doesn't even
that's
have to
what
be
you meant.
placed on your
Okay,
bullet ahead of
yeah.
time. If you fire it into its face and it's sticking into its face, I can just cast it on that bullet in its face.
Ah. We should do it.
I like this plan.
And then it'll just
Do it.
completely
Do it.
engulf it, and then we just have to make sure I keep concentration. And if the concentration fails, then I've got more spells of darkness, and we also have someone that can cast blindness.
TB has blindness too. Yeah, we'll be
Yeah.
good. Good. I think I
So-
also have a. Wait. Actually, hold on. You may not need to waste anything because I think I actually have a shadow bullet.
Oh.
I just have to make sure.
practical-
I just have to make sure Scraps stays out of this fight. Because Scraps can
Good
see through
point.
darkness.
Cannot see anything farther than 5 feet away until the start of its next turn. Okay, so just in case, I do have that. So
Oh, wait. No, because they both have to see each other. So if they can't see Scraps, Scraps can still survive that. Never mind.
okay, let's do it. Point the
Uh,
way, tiny dragon man.
So he speaks up. You're all very creative, and I love that. Before you get carried away, I should mention there's another
But
complication which has made this so difficult. The acid we need, well, it's the same that would be used to melt the statues, the petrified people, after the basilisk has injected it. So you don't just need its acid, you need its stomach.
okay, so we kill it and cut it open, right?
We're gonna kill a basilisk.
We can do that.
Could it kill us?
Not even that, but how do we carry it without burning and melting ourselves?
Yeah, that's
They're a challenge rating 3. We're fine.
Put it in your bag.
Nor and I are
It's
warforged,
acid.
which means we're pretty vulnerable to acid.
Really?
I think so.
Ooh.
Yeah, not poison. We're vulnerable to acid.
Yeah, I think we have a party of people that are pretty invulnerable to poisons, but not acids.
Yeah.
Yeah. Acid also strong against human flesh.
Yeah.
I can make some mood lighting that makes us burning alive
Hey,
feel real bad.
Wait,
Jovian, why don't you sit down and think about spells that maybe would be like useful? Just like take like
I have an
10
idea.
minutes.
I have an idea. I am excited. I have an idea. Magic items can't be deteriorated by acid, correct?
Probably.
Oh.
Hello.
I have this fancy cloak, and then I say wind, and then it billows. We can wrap it in that, and then I can throw it in the handy haversack.
That's a good idea.
The whole beast?
Sounds good.
No, the stomach.
Oh,
Oh, you can do that.
I'm okay.
So we can wrap it in my cloak of billowing, and then plop it in the haversack, and then when we have to go grab it again, then I just wrap my hands in the cloak of billowing again and pull it out.
But can't multiple of us do the mage? I can do mage hand. I think Harmony, you could probably do mage hand.
I can also do mage hand.
And yeah, so we could just also just like have like a mage hand.
I can't do mage hand.
Oh, that's right. Wait, Harmony,
Egg
you can't do
character.
mage hand?
Nope.
Why not? I thought you all the people who play magic music, they can do mage hand. Did you miss that class or something?
I'm still brand new at this.
No, you're way too strong to be brand new. I saw you kill people.
I'm
Interesting.
still new at this whole bard thing. I'm still new at learning it. It's kind
you're
of
like- You've
many
taken
chapters are
0.5 levels in Bard.
like 1 level or 2 levels in bard.
Anyway,
Meta right there. I'm not saying that in game.
we have options for what to do with the stomach. Worst comes to
Okay.
worst, we get a bunch of leaves.
I think we're a plan.
We just roll it.
Right now, it looks like our best bet is to put it in this backpack.
I think so, man.
And then when we get to the stone statue, we just go rubba all over the statue with your
Oh.
mage hands.
It's gonna smell bad. I mean, we need is there a shower here?
Oh, you smell bad? And I walk over to you because I look pristine. My hair is perfectly in place. Like everything's cleaned. I just walk over to you and I just like lick my fingertips and then I wave them over you like I'm scanning you at an airplane, like security checkpoint, and everything gets ripped from you, all the dirt, and you just are completely clean.
You don't know mage hand. Interesting.
Listen, I'm useful. I don't need a third hand when I've got scraps. And the scraps just like squeaks a little.
Okay, everybody, I gotta go. Sorry.
Okay.
Things to do.
It's okay.
Stream ruins, but it's fine.
Bye,
Thanks for
everybody.
staying.
Yeah, of course.
Have a good night.
So we gonna kill a basilisk now?
We could still kill one. We have plenty of
Yeah.
darkness.
Yeah, how about before we do that, we can take a 1 to 5 minute break?
1 minute? Okay, listen. My bio break will probably not be a minute.
Okay, fine. 5 minutes. 10.
5
Maybe.
minute break time.
Okay.
9:15 at the latest, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, stick around, chat. We'll be back after these messages. Camera's over here. Do you, or anyone you know, suffer from genital herpes? I'm not sponsored by anyone, so that's too bad. Sorry to hear that, bro.
No, absolutely not. No.
All right.
I brought my phone with me, streaming the stream with me to the bathroom, and I just hear genital herpes, and I just had to run back. No.
All right, chat. I'm also going to run to the bathroom. See you in a bit. chat. I'm back. So here's the thing. This isn't just any basilisk the gang is about to fight. This is a special homebrew basilisk, balanced around 5 level 5 players. Right now we only have 4 level 5 players, so we might have to do some quick rebalancing. Thanks for the welcome, Chris Indy 33. Let's have some music too. Royalty-free music, of course. My fake Stranger Things playlist. Our sorcerer who couldn't join us tonight auditioned for Stranger Things. Didn't get the part, unfortunately. I'm not allowed to mention it around her anymore. Let's find my playlists. Also, you know what would be wild? If I forgot to record the first hour of tonight's session. Sorry, fans of diplomacy who joined late. You're gonna miss out on a lot of talking and planning. Not a lot of action though. Alright, here's my fake Mass Effect / fake Stranger Things synths. This is the wrong book, but we have Google. Alright, stepping away for just 1 second. Hey, it's Jovian.
Hello. So I hear that we forgot to record the first hour of the game.
Yep.
That's maybe best for anybody watching on YouTube.
Yeah.
Like a 3-sentence recap will cover just about everything that happened during that hour.
Yeah, gang. So our heroes went up to the temple disguised as some moles, talked about murdering some kobolds and some babies, decided not to do that, tossed some bones around, went up,
Was
had
that
a
a
conversation.
tossing boners around?
Yeah. This is still part of the genital herpes ad.
Oh God. What did I say about that?
We're just recapping because somebody forgot to start the recording. So our YouTubers need to know about the 3 minutes of action that happened in the hour that we have been playing.
Yeah, so they were told about a curse placed upon Saint Adawar, the dragon, that allegedly petrified him and turned him into the statue that now rests on top of the temple. And they said they've been unsuccessful in breaking the curse so far. They think some sort of powerful restoration magic or the acid from a basilisk's stomach could do the trick. But kobolds are hella weak, so all their efforts have failed miserably. They've also told you about an evil land called Rao Vitar. Harmony thinks it's cool. It's not. It's really scary and bad. And they've decided to put that on hold to get some basilisk juice. So hopefully the dragon can fly them back home and they never have to think about this again.
Listen, I don't know if this dragon's good or not. I just, these poor kobolds.
Hello.
Hey, the gang's all here. So, as you head out the temple past the barricades, the two Knoll guards just kind of accept it. They look a bit confused as to where Vigo came from, considering he wasn't there before, but...
Well, and now I look like underwear.
Oh, yeah. They assume you're a large kobold, and that it's all good.
Yes.
So, the cleric, the kobold cleric, whose name is Pidgerick, he points...
Pigeon Rick?
Yeah, Pigeon Rick.
Pigeon Rick.
Hey, Morty. Pigeon. Pigeon Rick.
So, he points you in the direction of the basilisk's lair. You see over the dunes there are some rocks and ridges, and he says that there's a cave where the basilisk nests. While he's showing you where to go, he looks down at your train, which is kind of sinking into the sand because it's really heavy and not built to go on sand. And he says, "What is that down there? Is that what you came in on?"
Our metal dragon.
Huh.
It's fascinating. It doesn't require any horses.
It's
Does it?
called a train.
Huh. I've heard legends of those. Doesn't look like they do well in sand.
No, I mean, typically they're on tracks, but
Oh,
We didn't mean to land here.
What's important is we still got to our destination.
but there are, I think, other passengers still on there. If you have any kindness in your heart, maybe help them because we don't and we aren't.
I'm going to lean towards Vigo and whisper and be like, they're going to eat them.
Well,
That's fine.
I'd prefer
I'm
not to
doing my
eat it.
good deed of the day.
Since you are doing my people a great service, perhaps we can repay the favor. And
please.
the Knolls will want to eat the other people in the train, but perhaps I could have my fellow kobolds tinker with it. They might be able to make it more suitable for desert travel.
Are you your people, your tinkerers?
Yes.
What kind of things have your people made?
Well, we made the trap on the... Oh, you've broken our trap.
What trap?
There's the lock that I see you tore down as the Knolls did.
Oh! I shot that. Yeah, that was. Sorry about that.
But I'll have...
Is that the best tinkering? Is that the best tinkering your people do? Because maybe don't touch our train.
No.
I'll have you know the lock itself is unbreakable.
But the chains are not.
The chains the Knolls brought us. Knolls are not very good craftsmen. Don't tell them I said that. Don't me.
Yeah, you should find better collaborators, to be honest.
I asked the cleric, would your people be better off if the Knolls weren't there?
Well, as long as we build for the Knolls, they won't eat us. As long as we continue to be useful. And they do protect us from the goblins.
So,
Good question.
should we possibly just kill the gnolls now, then go, and then rest, and then go, and then come back?
Or do you need them to protect you from the goblins?
I'm pretty sure the goblins would eat all of us, given the chance. You see, the
Yo,
gnolls are
They're
I
fine.
think that everything would be solved if we just resurrect their,
Yeah,
god.
like bringing back an ancient dragon sounds like it would solve all of these problems.
So let's just go
That
to
sounds right.
I could put in a word to Nephos and have him protect the temple.
I'm gonna try and
Nephos
construct
is
before we
the
leave.
reason the train is there.
Yeah, don't. I know he's your god, but can you like not tell him everything we do, please?
He's not a
Just
god.
don't poke the kobold.
Okay. Sugar daddy.
No, he's my mentor.
Right.
Uh,
Anyway,
Nephos
I'm
is
gonna
our
try-
most hated enemy. He tried to burn everything down, and then he did some dark magic, gave up his draconic roots to become a devil. We don't like
What
it.
is wrong with being a devil?
It means you're not a dragon anymore. That's insulting.
I don't know. The last time I checked, he was a dragon and a devil.
A drevel. Or a dragon.
But, you know, keep on worshiping these demons.
Well, that's what
I
the
like to think
gnolls
that.
do.
I think that I like to think that in game, Harmony has this ridiculously large jug of water.
And this kobold who's relying on the gnoll hunters that you all killed to bring him back food and water, just watching Harmony. Nephos is so great.
Listen. I'll put in a word to Nephos and see if he can help you out at the temple and supply you with protection as well as food and water.
Maybe hold off on that until we can see if we can resurrect their own dragon deity here.
Who doesn't
It's okay.
like Nephos?
It's okay, we got some time until we get to the basilisk.
But yes, please help the train if you can. If you'll be safe doing it.
Yes, please help those passengers.
Yeah, if
Be
you can help
grateful.
if you can help with the train, I'll help with your temple. It'll be great. We can all have a festival afterwards. Have you ever had a festival? They're so much fun.
You had somewhere to be, yes?
There's a festival in every single town that the people go to in my game. There's always a festival. Yes, we do have somewhere to go. Let's do it.
Yes, please.
I'm gonna look for a before we leave. There's like vegetation around the temple, right? No?
Mostly dead and dried up.
I was gonna try and find like some kind of thing to cover Nor because he's metal and he's gonna get hot, really, really hot and reflective on all of us.
There's an easy way to do that. Let me see. What do I have on me that can do that?
Yeah.
I am going to
It's a
walk
blanket.
as we're walking. I'm just going to like, Nor, can you pick me up? And as Nor's carrying me, I'm just
Sure.
gonna keep on chilling Nor with prestidigitation as we're walking.
Yeah, and maybe get the sand out of his ears.
I just like a cleaner of robots and chilling so they don't overeat.
Now we're ready.
That's pretty much gonna be like my main
for
focus as we're
thinking of me,
traveling to
Vigo.
this cave.
All right.
And then I'll just look at Vigo and just remember, I can soil things as quickly as I can clean them too.
I don't think that sounded as cool as you thought it would.
I'm just ignoring what Vigo just said. Just let me know when you start overheating and I'll cool you down.
So do you go directly to the basilisk cave?
Yeah, fuck it, let's go.
Yeah.
All right. So you approach the rock formations that Pidgeric, the cleric, pointed out to you, and sure enough, there is a very foul-smelling cave in the side of one of the rocks.
It's a cave. Okay. All right.
I'm
So
so
we-
sick of these bad spells.
Okay, so I was thinking it was going to be in the field, and I could snipe it. But if it's in a cave, we're going to have some issues.
We can lure it out.
I don't think it's gonna leave.
Let's see.
We should all back up. Maybe we can lure it out. Like if I can get to a vantage point kind of farther away. And then
How big
lure
does
it
this
out.
cave look?
How deep?
From the outside, it's hard to say. The rock formation is about 80 feet tall and decently wide.
It's big.
Yeah. No mountain, but very large. Something that
And
a
there's
huge creature could live in, perhaps.
I think if we yell loud enough, we'll echo, and it'll hear it. That's a big cave, a lot of echoes.
I can yell really loud,
Oh, we know.
Yeah.
like really, really, really loud. I can amplify my voice.
I could
Interesting.
also just cast daylight, and we could just. I just have to put the daylight out before any darkness is cast, because daylight overrides darkness.
Okay, question. Are we going in the cave or are we drawing it out?
I mean, I'm all for drawing it out, but
We can
do not
try
know.
drawing it out at first, and if that doesn't work, we can go inside.
Do it. Can I look for a very good vantage point within 200 feet?
Yeah, there are some stones and boulders lying about amongst the sand.
So I feel like I'd have cover.
Yeah.
Okay.
With like
I
a
hide
good
there.
shot at the cave's entrance.
Okay, I hunker down behind a boulder and pull out bad news and silence. So
I'm gonna hide because I don't want to be caught in this thing's line of sight.
I'm gonna stand near the edge of the cave, and I'm
here,
just gonna
go on
firmly.
the cover.
I'm going to firmly plant my feet, and then I'm just going to like put my hands over my mouth like this, and I'm going to yell in Infernal and use thaumaturgy to amplify my voice. So all you hear is this gigantic like sound of like hissing whispers that are just amplified really, really loud into the cave, and it starts bouncing off all the walls.
Roll intimidation.
I don't think we want to intimidate it. Uh-oh.
I'm gonna say, Harmony, you're supposed to entice it out. You can't do that by sounding intimidating.
That's a 16.
What's this thing's wisdom? Yeah, you sound horrifying. And you wait a bit. And you don't see or hear anything coming out of the cave.
Mm.
Try sounding like you are a tasty snack.
Sounds
And that
vulnerable.
Fine. If it can hear me, this might help. And I'm just going to stand there and put my hands over my mouth again. And then I yell into the cave. I'm like, you need to come out of the cave. It looks like you haven't had any sun in forever. You need to get some of that like sun bleaching going on. And I'm going to cast Vicious Mockery
All right.
Into the distance.
into the cave. So whatever's in there, if they hear it, I'm keeping the basilisk in mind. So if they can hear it, it's going to do psychic damage, possibly, if they fail a wisdom saving throw.
The M is rolling. It hears it.
It doesn't need to understand what I'm saying either. It just needs to hear it.
And it got a 16 on its wisdom saving throw.
That just beats it.
So, you hear a low hiss and heavy footsteps.
Steps. Oh my god, this thing has feet. It has feet. It has feet. Abort mission. Abort mission. It has feet.
You've seen a basilisk, right?
Harmony hasn't.
Oh. All right. I'm ready.
Okay.
They're
So,
terrifying.
from the mouth of the cave, a huge bluish green lizard crawls out on 6 legs, has a long, slender body, sharp snake-like fangs, and 2 very large eyes. Roll initiative.
I'm avoiding looking at its face.
I am going to
Now, I
Not
was
looking.
look away.
I was holding a shot for the second that it showed up. No, it's okay. I'll just do it.
Okay, yeah, you can get a surprise rounds.
Yeah. As soon as I heard the footsteps, the first thing I'm going to do is just snap Scraps out of existence, and it's going to be in the pocket dimension.
Everybody put initiative in the chat, and I will arrange them in numerical order.
Does a 15 hit?
Does it? Yes, it does. And we'll resolve that in a moment. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay. Yeah. Alright. Let's see. That news. 2d4 plus 4.
Abort mission, everybody. It's immune to insults. It's immune to insults.
Also, I lied. It has 8 legs, not 6.
Also, me and Harmony need to figure out who's going first.
Who has higher dexterity?
My dexterity is 10.
My dexterity is 14.
Alright,
you
so
go first.
Harmony, then Jovian.
It's gonna be a 14 to hit, or 14 damage.
Okay. Let me
Oh
start.
no, sorry. It's 10.
Okay.
Wait, never mind. I take that back. I don't snap him out of existence because I'm going to need him. Oh, I have to give him his roll. He has initiative too.
Oh. I just realized, Vigo, when you shot it, were you looking at it?
I would have to be.
Okay.
But I'm 200 feet away. Does it? Oh, it doesn't have a range for it, does it?
Oh, no, it does.
Probably
To
not.
make eye contact.
Yeah.
I
Vigo, you are beyond its range. You look at the basilisk, and you don't feel anything happening.
Okay. Now, I don't know if there's something I have to roll. Okay. Yeah. No, it's fine actually. Darkness
Okay.
is big enough that it doesn't matter if it goes in his eye.
So Vigo had a turn prepared. He shot, gets a good hit on the basilisk. And then yeah, we can give a surprise round. So Harmony, you may take an action.
So is the bullet lodged into its head right now?
Vigo, roll a percentile die.
I'm gonna get the butt. Justin has my percentile die up there. 54.
54? Yes. Locked
So it's
between its scales.
in that case, I am going to focus on the bullet, and I'm going to speak some words in Infernal, and then literally just like 2 L's by my eyes, and then just cast darkness on it.
Okay.
My Infernal legacy ability. And then for my bonus action, I'm gonna be like, okay, Scraps, do your thing, and instruct it to attack it. And so on Scraps' turn, he'll be able to attack.
All right. And Scraps goes right after you?
Goes last.
Oh,
He has his own initiative,
okay.
because he can make his own decisions on his turn, I guess. He just can't attack unless I instruct him to.
Are you doing anything else on your turn?
How close am I to this thing?
Were you right against the cave?
I was by the edge of the cave, yeah.
Yeah, so you're like 10
And as
feet
soon
away.
as I heard the legs, oh, okay. Oh, yeah, I am going to be, I am getting out of there. I am going to be, is there anything within 30 feet of me that I can go behind for cover? Or at
30
least
feet.
half? Or
You can move around the edge of the cave.
I'm going to move around to the edge of the cave then.
Okay.
Yep. And my Scraps rat is just floating there
All right.
in my place.
So, Jovian, your turn.
Yes. Okay, so I am going to use. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna reach into my pocket and pull out a star map, and I am going to use that star map to cast Guiding Bolt, which 22 to hit.
That hits. Plus,
Okay.
you have advantage because it's blind.
Well, let's see if I get better than. Oh, that was a nat 20.
Okay,
So
so
26 to hit.
yes. So I'm doing a special rule, which technically isn't a rule in the main games, but I'm letting spells crit. So roll double damage.
Ooh, double damage. That's 8d6. Well, or is it 4d6 then times 2?
It's either double dice or roll the normal amount of dice and then just double that number.
Okay. Oh, that's a d4. I don't want to use that. Okay. 28 damage, and it is radiant damage, if that means anything.
You said 28?
28 radiant damage.
Oof.
Yeah. It hisses
You
and
mean-
screeches.
You may need to beef up this Nice basilisk.
This is the beefed up basilisk.
Oh. Kick its ass. Damn.
All right. Well, you got a surprise round off. So then you got a crit. All right. So if Jovian's done with his turn, it is North's turn.
I am gonna charge at it with my hand axe. I can take 2 attacks per turn, so I'm gonna take 2 attacks with my axe.
Okay. What's the radius of the darkness spell?
For darkness, for this one, it is 15-foot radius sphere.
Okay. Huge is 15.
It's probably right around 15 to 30. 15 to 30 is the huge.
Okay. Yeah.
No. Giant is 30.
Hang on. Huge. Yeah, huge is 15 by 15.
Yeah.
So
it's surrounding it.
yeah.
Well, if it's on its head,
So
technically
its tail
butt
would
is
be
exposed.
exposed. Yeah, you can see its tail flicking around.
Yeah.
Basically, it's going to be
for its
centered around its head.
hindquarters. And I'm going for its like hindquarters, hind legs, tail.
All right. Yeah, so there's just this cloud of darkness, and then the tail flicking about. You see a claw pop out every now and again.
So here are my hand axe attacks.
Okay.
Oh, natural 1.
Ouch.
Which turns into a 7. And an 11.
Damn.
11? Yeah. So, first attack, as you're charging, you try to swipe it as you run. It just goes through the dark cloud, and you feel nothing. Second attack, the tail is just flailing too wildly to get a good hit on it. Alright.
Okay. Then I can do... After I do those attacks, I can take a bonus action to do an unarmed strike. Okay, so I'm gonna like punch him in the tail.
Alright. Roll your attack. Punch that tail.
19.
Alright, that hits.
You just fisted that basilisk.
Okay, I said this is a nice Christian stream.
Oh yeah, genital herpes advertisements.
And I did
Cut his hamstrings.
5 points of damage.
Okay.
Damn, getting those 2 misses sucks.
Yeah.
2 in a row.
Yeah.
Alright. So it is Scraps' turn.
Awesome. So Scraps, knowing what to do, this floating rat is going to fly at its legs and bite them. You have to make let me roll first.
Are we still in the surprise round?
Yeah,
this
I believe.
is the last turn of the surprise round.
Does an 18 hit?
It does. Can imps see through magical darkness?
They can.
Alright. Roll your damage.
Come on, Scraps, little buddy. So that's going to be 6 piercing damage, and you have to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oof. Nope, that's a 4.
You take 3d6 poison damage.
I don't know if this basilisk is going to get to take a turn.
I'm rolling the threes now. I love imps so much.
I was telling chat during the break that I had buffed up the basilisk expecting 5 players, and that I was hoping that I wouldn't accidentally kill you guys trying to rebalance it.
You could bring out its husband, its basilisk husband.
So that's 12 poison damage.
Okay.
I want to fight.
And then then Scraps is going to rotate around its body so it wasn't like floating in the same position it was before that it attacked.
Okay. And with that, Vigo, you take another turn.
Sorry, I was vibing with the not Metallica.
Definitely not. Don't sue us.
Absolutely not Metallica. Okay, so I nerfed my bad news because I felt good having a bad news because I gave you arrows of slaying, but I don't want it to be OP. So I basically made it so that when I use bad news, it has to be like reset. So it takes like a full turn to fix.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to charge towards it. Can I get within? How close can I get to it?
You said you were 200 feet away?
Yeah, I can't actually make that much of a headway towards it, can I?
Yeah.
I can shoot it with my pepper box, my animate gun pepper box. It has a range of 80 and a long range of 320. Sharpshooter is not allowed until level 8. So I can do it at disadvantage.
Yeah.
I'll do that.
Okay.
And I'm going to do...
But since it's in darkness, you roll with super disadvantage.
I don't think that's a thing.
No, it's not.
Automatic nat ones.
Let me see, actually. Okay, I'm going to do a grasping bullet. Spend an arcane point. When this bullet strikes its target, its conjuration magic creates grasping poisonous brambles which wrap around the target. The creature hit by the bullet takes an extra 2d6 poison damage. Its speed is reduced by 10 feet and takes 2d6 slashing damage for the first time on each turn it moves 1 foot or more without teleporting. The target of any creature that can reach it use action to remove the brambles with a successful strength check. So just grasping vines essentially.
All right.
Let's see. Okay. Oh, so now.
Okay. So how do misfires work?
Yep.
Oh.
Yep. Okay, let me see.
Oh, we just lost 3 viewers from that nat 1. Good job,
no.
Vigo.
Really?
Yeah.
Sorry, I gotta. Misfire.
Oh wait, no, it wasn't from the
The-
nat 1. It was because we have guns in this D&D game. I forgot.
The shot hit those 3 viewers and brambled them.
Yeah.
And they're magic. they're magic guns. So what can you do? The attack misses. The weapon cannot be used again until you spend an action to try and. So both my guns are freaking broken. To repair your firearm, you must make a successful Tinkerer's Tool check, DC 8 plus misfire score. So 8 plus 1.
Welcome to Gunslinger.
Yep. Okay. All right. Well, that's just my turn, I guess.
All right.
I'm good.
The basilisk lives to finally take a turn.
The brambles just come. The brambles will like erupt out of the front of my gun and then wrap around it and around my hand, and I'll be like, shit.
That's rough, buddy.
Just think of it this way: you can't be disarmed now.
Vigo, you take 1 point of piercing damage.
Okay.
So the basilisk is going to bite at Scraps with disadvantage.
See where Scraps is?
It can't. So
Because Scraps moved from where its initial position was.
yeah. So it's flailing about, trying to bite. Does a 9 hit? Oh wait, no, sorry. Does a 7 hit?
No.
Okay. And then it's going to make a tail attack at Nor, who just punched it in the tail. But it can't see Nor either, so... Oof. Rolling for the nat 1. Now that would be a 23 to hit, but it has disadvantage. So that's another 7 to hit. So, yeah. That's its turn. It's going to try to run forward, nor you get an attack of opportunity.
Yes. My axe.
With advantage because it can't see you.
Oh.
25.
Okay. That'll do it. Roll your damage.
For 7 points of damage.
Yep. So, none of you can see it, but it's shrieking like it's having a pretty bad time. And it scampers out into the desert. Slowly.
Does Scraps have an attack of opportunity?
Yes, it does.
Great. Also, I learned that its saving throw thing should have been higher. The DC on that. I'm still getting used to those.
You know, I'm still figuring out how this simultaneous advantage and disadvantage and extra disadvantage works out.
Well, there's no
Okay.
stacking. There's
Yeah.
definitely no, I mean, it's your game, but there's definitely not any stacking in typical D&D.
Yeah, I definitely messed
They
up
do
the
cancel
rules at
each
some
other
points.
So yeah, so Scraps is gonna bite him as he goes to run away.
Alright, make your attack.
16. Does that hit?
That hits.
Okay. And I forgot, it's not piercing damage, it's magic damage. So that's going to be 6 magic damage. And then it has to make a DC 15 Constitution saving throw.
Okay, it doesn't. You just see...
It doesn't.
So there's a flailing tail coming from a cloud of darkness, charging at Vigo, and then it just drops to the ground.
Scraps kill it?
Yep. Well done, familiar.
The damn poison damage.
I'm just peeling the vines off of my gun hand. Like, well, that was fun.
I'll dispel the darkness. And I'll run over to Scraps and like be like, "Oh, who's a good boy? I love you." And then he'll just scutter into my hair. And I'll be looking at everybody. I'm like, "So how are we gonna do this?"
Cut it open. We take out its business.
Gotta get
Yeah,
into
but
it.
does someone
I'm
have
sure about
something?
basilisk anatomy. I have an axe.
Axe sounds good. Yeah, you good? Are you good at the finesse? Can you finesse with the axe?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
And I could probably use my wood carving tools to do some surgery.
I will allow it.
I like the idea of Nor dissecting this basilisk with the sound of "Not Avenged Sevenfold" in the background.
Definitely not. So, Nor, you can roll medicine. I don't think it would be handle animal. I think that's a different type of roll. Yeah, so roll medicine, and I'll let you use your wood carving proficiency.
Awesome. Okay, so it's a 15 plus that proficiency, which is what, advantage? Is that?
That is for your level +2, +3. Let me check.
You add proficiency. You're right.
Yeah.
I got it. Add 3. So I got 18. 18.
Yeah. So you slice it open, sort of through the scales, pull it apart. It's pretty gross. Jovian probably pukes a bit in his mouth.
Yeah. He does.
Nor you are physically incapable of puking. Now you don't really know what a stomach looks like, or what a stomach is.
Oh, really?
But you find this. You find some lumpy sacs, which definitely look like internal organs based on what you've heard about them.
The testicles. They're on the inside. Do you want some? Maybe I can try and identify the stomach
Yeah, go ahead.
and help.
Yes, please, because I'm at
a
the
medicine?
point.
Yeah.
At the point now where I'm worried about the acid on me.
13.
13. Yeah, it looks like Nor pretty much
Can
nailed it.
I give him inspiration for identifying the stomach?
Sure.
Yay! So I pull out my flute, and Scraps pulls out my lyre, and Scraps starts toothing at the lyre, and I start playing my flute, and you have inspiration.
Vigo rolls at disadvantage. No, I'm just
Yes.
What's your? Is it a D8?
It is a D6.
Okay. Go. I rolled a 3. So it turns it to a 16.
Yeah. So Nor pretty much nailed it. It's definitely stomach area. You find now basilisk anatomy is a bit different from human anatomy. But you're fairly certain based on the tubes that you've identified the stomach.
Great.
Okay.
How do we get it out of there?
So how do we get this thing out of here without acid on ourselves?
We had a cloak. Do it with, I believe.
So I'm putting away my equipment. I thought we had Mage Hand instead.
We do. Our friend who's with us is taking a nap over in the desert. Had it, but you do not. So we're doing the cloak.
Okay.
Mage Hand can only carry up to like 5 pounds or something.
Oh, I assumed that a lot of you had Mage Hands, so you were all gonna at once use all your Mage Hands to just pick it up and plop it. No. So
Like a team.
so I'm gonna take off the cloak, and I'm going to wrap the area of like what I think is the stomach in it. Does anything burn?
Nor have you removed the stomach?
Well, I haven't cut it from the digestive system, so I'm wondering. I don't really want to use my axe or my tools because I'm afraid they might melt. So, any ideas how we can cut the two ends?
Magic items won't be melted.
I can blast it.
I could use Thorn Whip.
I have a dagger. +1 dagger.
+1, it's a magic dagger.
So I will use the magic dagger to try and cut the stomach from the system.
All right. Make an attack roll with advantage.
Okay. $23.
Oh yeah. Harmony, roll dexterity.
No, that's not good. That was a natural 1.
Okay. So Nor cuts the tubing away from the stomach, all the digestive tracts. It is now leaking acid as Harmony fails to catch it in the cloak.
Oh.
And
I'll
it's just
give it a shot.
leaking
I'll
out
do it.
the open room.
It's a dexterity check. Can I try and grab it now?
Yeah, go ahead.
What kind of is it? Dexterity, acrobatics?
Just dexterity. Maybe sleight of hand.
Oh, sleight of hand, I will take. That's 13.
13.
I burned myself over there.
You take 4 points of acid damage, but you're able to scoop it up and wrap it in the cloak.
Okay. All right. Okay. Gross. It's drippy and gross. Okay.
Yeah, it's
Where are we
definitely a
putting
bit watery inside the cloak. And by watery, I mean stomach acidy.
Be able to, I don't know, cauterize it so it doesn't keep leaking everywhere.
Ooh. Let's see.
Because I'd rather not try to grab this thing out of the bag while it's leaking everywhere.
Yeah.
The best I could do is cast Moonbeam, and y'all just gently put it.
We can just kind of hold it away from us and like a little dumpling. Just kind of hold it away.
Alternatively, I have a water skin. Would that thing with the acid?
We're talking about cauterizing, like we would need like flames or something to burn it closed.
We're gonna risk damaging it.
Yeah.
We should just try and carry it back, and if we take some damage on the way, we take damage.
I am going to hold it out in the cloak with both hands in front of me while it's dripping and just be like, yeah, this is fine. Everything is fine.
I am gonna not walk behind Harmony.
Ooh, I actually have a better idea. So everybody, don't get scared.
This'll be good.
And Scraps flies out of my hair and then shape changes into an imp and then starts carrying it and flying along holding it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yep, that's a little weird. Definitely a chaotic party.
Hang on, let me just check instats.
Imps have hands so they can pickpocket and carry things, and they can even be equipped with equipment.
They're also tiny creatures with a strength of 6. So
how heavy is this thing?
Well, it's from a huge 15-foot long basilisk. That
I didn't realize that the stomach was that big.
The stomach isn't 15 feet long, but it's from this giant creature.
Never mind, I would not do that if it was that big. Never mind. None of y'all saw that. It's still in my hair. I'm holding it.
Yeah, it fits in the cloak, but it looks a bit like you're carrying a small body in it.
Oh, it's that big. I'm gonna need someone else to carry it then, because I do not have great strength either.
Oh, God.
I wouldn't be able to carry that on my own. I have a -1 to strength.
I also have pretty bad strength.
But who is strong enough to hold this thing? Because I'm pretty much dragging it across the desert sand in this cloak.
I'm willing to
Wow,
grab an end, I guess.
We all have pretty bad strength, it seems, because Joshua also has -1.
I'm willing to grab an end.
Who knew?
Slightly stronger than that.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
working together, you should be fine. Though you've been out in the desert sun for a while now.
Oh, great.
Almost back.
So,
Here I am.
hey, just in time, make a constitution saving throw.
Oh, what's it for?
I'm doing a what?
Oh, wait, sorry. Everyone except for Harmony make a constitution saving throw.
8.
Oh no.
6.
14.
All right. The sun doesn't get to you yet. You're a
Wait,
bit red.
Somebody rolled a 6 and they're fine?
The DC was 5.
Oh, nice.
We haven't been out that long.
Yeah. So basically, how this works is while you're out in the desert sun, at the end of every hour, you roll a Constitution saving throw to avoid taking heat damage. Harmony is resistant to fire, so she doesn't have to worry about this.
So is Scraps. So
But here's the thing. It was the little guy said that it was 3 miles away.
Uh-huh.
So we'd probably be back now after that hour.
Yeah, this
Right?
is as you're headed back.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant that we were doing multiple hour checks, and I was like,
No. So at the end of every
Ooh,
hour
it's
that you're out in the sun, you make Constitution saving throw. It starts off at 5 and then increases the longer you're out.
okay.
Alright, y'all. Let's go smother that temple in basilisk acid.
we get to
Do
kill
this.
some gnolls. Yay!
While we're walking back, I'm going to try and fix my guns.
Okay.
8 plus my misfire score, which... That's a 10 PC and 11 to C. Pass. Okay, they're fixed.
All right. So as
I'll
you return to the temple and you pass by the train, you see one of the 2 very stupid Gnoll guards moving a train wheel around. And as you get closer, you see a group of kobolds seemingly directing this Gnoll where to put the parts it's taking from the train.
Oh, look at that. They're
And-
working together.
You hear a commotion coming from inside the train as the other passengers are saying, "Should somebody stop them? What are they gonna do?"
Wait, the gnolls seem like they're in control of the situation,
The
and not the kobolds.
the kobolds seem to be directing the
Giving
Gnoll
direction.
guard as it's taking pieces off the train, like digging out wheels and setting them aside.
Oh, okay, they're just doing what they said. But people are worried. Oh, we should approach them. I'll walk up and say, I'll turn into a human, into Aloise form, and I'll say, "Don't worry, they're helping. I mean, keep your eye on the hyena people.
They tried to eat us yesterday.
Completely valid, but we talked to them, and the kobolds, the little dragon people, are in control of the situation.
Hey, aren't you that famous pirate, that train robber?
Yes, that is me. That's true. How did you know?
From the wanted posters.
Oh,
How do you
right.
get on this train?
Hey,
I back up.
What's the reward for him?
You shut up.
I don't know. The fire elementals killed all the guards.
Oh, true.
What I meant to say was no, but I play him on TV.
What's a TV?
I'm just whistling and skipping by.
Shit.
One of the kobolds taps you on the leg and points to the forge, or like the furnace. And he asks, how volatile is that?
Not the slightest idea. Anybody?
Magic fire.
Volatile. I mean, I don't think it's gonna explode, but never really checked.
What are they asking is volatile?
The engine.
Yeah.
Or but here, okay, put it this way. It pushes a massive multi-ton piece of metal through the, what's the name of it?
The empty marches.
The Empty Marches, the name of the campaign. Pushes a giant piece of metal through the Empty Marches. So as volatile as something that would do that is. It does it with a lot of explosions. That's as much as I know.
Very warm.
The
Fire.
Oh, all the kobolds are wearing goggles, by the way, with like dark lenses.
Oh my god. Make sure all of the people are off the train before you futz with that.
Of course, we kobolds are expert craftsmen.
Oh my god.
I'm going
Alright,
to lean towards. I'm going to lean towards Vigo, and just be like, "Should we take them with us to the next town?"
We'll see how their lives change when we awaken their dragon god.
Oh, I'm not talking about kobolds. I'm talking about the passengers.
Oh no. Well, okay. Well, hold on. Wait. I am a chaotic good character. Hold on. I suppose we probably should.
Yes, we probably should.
There's children there, I think. We should probably help them.
Well,
And then I can educate them on how Nephos got them here and is helping them and guiding their way.
What if we just send them in the right direction, but we don't have to bring them with us?
Yeah, I mean, us being around with them won't do much difference, will it?
Yeah? What if we
2
need
days
extra
in the
hands?
desert. That might not be a good idea. I don't know.
That's true. But we're also headed the same direction as them. Why not just travel with them?
Yeah, and
We're
then
all
we
headed
can
towards the
educate them on the greatness that is Nephos.
Sure. Fine. You can do
Yes,
your cult.
excellent.
You can do your cult thing.
It's not a cult.
Uh-huh.
No, it's a cult. There's
It's
literally an evil temple off in the west dedicated to him.
You said there's a
Thank you.
temple dedicated to him here already?
Yes, the most evil place in the entire Eternal Valley, possibly all of Enria.
You said there's a temple here for him?
Yes.
We need to visit it sometime.
Well, luckily that is, I think, where we were told to go. But I think, don't take this the wrong way, but I think the big black, the underwear, I do think he wanted us to
Avoid
probably destroy it.
it. Destroy it, yes.
Yes.
Why would you destroy
That's
it? Nephos
probably
has
where
done
we were in our vision.
That's
Nephos
where
has done so
Votar
many good
still
things.
plots the destruction of us all.
But Nephos does so many great things for everybody.
You know, it's funny. I've met a few people now who've heard of him, and you're the only one who's like saying he's not problematic.
I mean, have any of these people actually met Nephos?
I have. Not great.
Yeah.
I
I mean,
Zero out
do
of
you
10.
really meet Nephos? Have you had a conversation with him?
No, but it's like you can walk by a
Technically,
restaurant and be like, I don't want to go in
Heard
there.
him.
I'm sorry, did you just compare the great Nephos to a restaurant?
A dive bar at best.
I am going to completely ignore him and then just be like clapping my hands over Scraps' ears and be like, don't worry, he didn't mean what he said, and just keep walking away.
He's just mad. Right?
Right. So everyone except for Harmony, you would know a very famous moment in Enrayan history where the king of Galenia went mad and destroyed the Grand Station, severing it from the rest of Enraya and plunging it into the empty marshes, where Nephos found it and claimed it as part of his hoard, and ruled and mostly burned the land until the necromancer Lazarus Strathmore, the possibly evil Elon Musk guy you keep hearing about, fixed the Grand Station and banished him.
Is that the station that I woke up at?
That is the station you woke up at.
What's the name of it?
Galenia,
Okay.
the
So,
traditional human homelands.
As Harmony's walking away, I'll go, oh yeah, what about Galenia? Huh? Remember Galenia? And,
You sounded like me.
Anyway.
yeah, that was Harmony.
Harmony doesn't even know what Galenia is.
Oh, we gotta find some books. We need to find books.
You got to know Harmony, you would know that she's pretty new to this land.
Vigo met Harmony yesterday.
A train station, yes, and she didn't know what a train was.
The rest of you know that Galenia is to the north, across an interdimensional void, of course.
All right. So I think let's maybe take this stomach that is dripping deadly acid. Go do that. And then we can have our political talk about Nephos versus underwear.
Yeah, and then we can bring all the passengers to Nephos' temple and have them be brought to safety.
Oh my God.
Yes, let's focus on the
Your
task
fate
at
is
hand. I think.
problematic, Harmony.
It's not problematic. We're saving these
Yeah.
people.
He's not problematic. He's a problem. Anyway,
So I'm just like, come on, Nor, we're bringing the acid up.
I'm
All right.
coming.
So you carry
I'm
the
full.
acid up to the top of the temple, where Pidgeric, the cleric, awaits.
I gotta restart my computer again. I lost my webcam. Don't do plot.
Okay.
Where are we throwing this? Where are we throwing this, everybody? Are we throwing it on a person, or
Is
where
that
are we
it? No,
putting
be
this?
very careful. It
We
can
gotta
dissolve
smear it
stone
on
in
the-
seconds.
Yeah, we gotta smear it on the very stone dragon curled around the temple. You said this stuff can dissolve stone.
Yes. You see the
And
basilisk.
Stone.
Well, that's what we believe. That statue only appeared after the shattering. We believe it is Saint Adawar trapped in the form of a silver dragon. Like literally silver.
Joshua.
Sorry.
Hold on.
Okay.
All of you roll insight.
You keep connecting to my headphones. Okay, so y'all,
19.
what? Oh, sorry, I missed what happened.
Insight. Roll
Insight check.
Oh, insight. 19.
13.
All right. So we'll wait for. Oh, is that Joshua returning now?
Potentially?
Oh, he's gone. Yeah, the three of
So
you
y'all-
are getting the sense that this plan isn't rooted in any sort of fact.
I mean, we knew that from the start. Okay, y'all, let's go smother underwear in some acid. Sure, that's gonna go over well.
Yes, and I believe we have to climb up somewhere, so this might be difficult.
Just like throw it at it, like throw the whole stomach at the stone and hope it does something. Or
Okay. Hi.
hi.
Hey,
So we found out that the whole acid rubbing on stone dragon thing might not even be a real thing. It might just be a mythology type thing.
Yeah, no, what I imagine happening is, remember at the beginning of Mulan when Mushu is slamming the pot on the dragon and he goes, "Great stone dragon, have you awakened?" And then the ear just breaks off.
You really want Disney to cease and desist us, don't you?
Well, that's exactly what I imagine happening.
I gotta do some editing.
Yeah, don't worry.
All right. So the temple is built into the mountainside. So most of it is carved from stone. The dragon is sort of perched on top of it, with its tail wrapped around the peak.
Is there any very easily accessible part of this dragon where we won't have to like climb out of the temple and up the mountain?
No.
Excellent.
Is there a way? Does it look like there's like almost like something I can jump back and forth onto and do like get up there with acrobatics?
Yeah, it's like a rocky mountain sort of thing. So very much rock climbing at the mall, but without the safety harnesses.
Okay, I'm gonna get some of the acid. I'm gonna wrap my hand in a cloth and get some acid on it, and I'm gonna get damaged, but I'm gonna try and be quick, and I'm gonna try and do some monk bullshit.
I was gonna say, I might be able to
Wait,
help.
are you a monk?
He's literally a monk.
So I know
Oh,
from
what the
monk
fuck? I
training.
take off the bandage.
Yes, I can try. I'm willing.
So what if we had Nor climb the whole thing and go up to its head and then just firmly plant the stomach in the on top of the head so that it just constantly drips acid all over it?
Slides down.
Yeah. So in that way the stomach's doing all the
I
work
vibe
for
with
us
this
and we don't have to touch it.
I very much vibe with this plan. I can't help in any way, shape, or form, but I vibe.
Well, none of us fly, right?
Well, we can.
Let me ask: is there a way to extract the acid from the stomach before we, like, having to carry a huge man-sized balloon up there? If we wrung it out of its acid.
Thing is about that is the stomach is constantly pumping acid out of it.
So
So
maybe we could.
if you could bring it up top and then just like droop one of the cloak sides down and then just pour acid out of it.
Here's another thing. If this doesn't work, we're going to be corroding. If that is him and he's a statue, we're going to start corroding him, which means that when we do actually turn him back into who he is, what we corrode away will no longer be there.
I mean,
so maybe we should just start with like a hand, like one of his claws, and like see what happens.
I mean, the worst that could happen is that I have to talk to Nephos to help us.
Like I said.
Okay, I like that idea.
I am going to find the cleric and be like, is there any other plans that you might have, just in case?
Yeah, let's ask the cleric what he knows. Like, did he dream this, or is this a real thing?
Well, we believe before going through with her plot to shatter Enrea into 5 shards, she confronted the great Saint Adawar because she knew he would never stand for such a plot. And though Adawar trusted her, she betrayed him and petrified him. And since she was a powerful mage, only very powerful magic can return Adawar to his true state.
So you had us run and grab a level 3 monster's stomach, and you think that's going to do it?
Well, yes, you see the basilisk, it turns people to stone, and then it eats the stone, and the stomach acid melts it, and like turns it back into human parts, so that it can digest the flesh.
But the basilisk turns to stone with a natural. It's part of its natural body. It's not a magical thing. Oh my god. Oh no. This isn't
Magic
gonna work.
is just natural things we don't understand.
Okay. Okay.
Well, I like we try maybe one of his toes. See what happens.
Yeah. Worst comes to worst, he loses a pinky toe.
I don't think underwear is going to appreciate this.
Well, it's not really up to him at this point.
Okay, so y'all have fun with that. I'm gonna, kind of poke around the temple while you're dealing with that and see if I can find anything that might hint at what's going on here.
Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna watch and make sure that Nor doesn't fall and hurt himself.
Okay, so do we have some sort of vessel? Maybe we could take like
I have a water skin, but I don't know if that would...
I think it has to be magic, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have to be magic or something designed to contain acid.
We asked the cleric if they have any receptacles that might work.
Not at this temple.
But we still have the cloak that we carried it here, and why don't we just use that?
Okay.
I'm back.
And just squeeze it up and...
I say that we just shower the whole thing and then hope for the best.
All right. What are you guys doing?
Okay, so we can soak the cloak in the acid, like get an edge of it a little bit wet. And I'll try to climb up and put on one of the feet.
Okay. Roll athletics or acrobatics to get up there.
Yeah, I'm going to use acrobatics. And I rolled an 18.
Okay, yeah. So you can get up there pretty easily, just like bouncing off rocks. And you stand on top of the temple. You'll notice that there is like a little skylight on top where you can look down and see the main chamber within. And against the mountain peak, on top of the temple, the dragon is sort of facing you with its two front claws, like almost on the temple's roof, and its tail wrapped around the mountain.
Okay. So, how far away am I from like a foot or a front?
Foot? 10 feet. It's
okay.
Yeah, its claws are like gripping the roof of the temple.
Okay. So can I climb up the rest of that 10 feet?
Yeah. Well, it's like
Okay.
you'd get on top of the roof, and then it would have like its claws on the roof, like at the edge.
Okay. I'm gonna climb up, and I'll take the wet part of, or the cloak, and I'll try to wrap it in a way that it's not gonna get on me.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of rub it on one of the feet. I'm polishing.
Roll dexterity or sleight of hand.
Okay. We're gonna go. Okay, yeah, it's plus. So sleight of hand. 18.
Okay, yeah. You manage to get it all on that claw. It doesn't spill anywhere. Luckily not your toes or anything, if robots have toes. And you watch it for a moment, and the silver starts to sizzle, as if it's being burnt and corroded. As it corrodes, it doesn't seem to change color in a natural way. It seems to turn a bit bluish, but the claws start to look organic.
Ah, it works.
And it
It
seems...
works.
Told you we should have showered it.
Funny you say that, Harmony. So, Nor, for like a split second, it looks like one of the claws twitches. But then it goes back to being completely still. And as you watch your work, the sky above you darkens. You feel a raindrop hit your head.
It's not rain. It's just rain.
Well, I think it looks like it's working. I think I'm going to climb down, pass on what I've learned, what I saw to my colleagues.
All right.
And see what they think. And point out that it's now raining, coincidentally, in the desert.
I still think we need to shower in acid.
In the meantime, Jovian is poking around the temple trying to find important things.
All right. Nor roll athletics or acrobatics to climb down without spilling acid all over everything. Harmony roll perception or Jovian roll perception or investigation.
Perception, investigation.
Rolled a natural one.
Okay.
Damn.
17.
So, important question. Who's right below?
That's me.
Nor? Okay. Where's Harmony?
I'm melting.
wouldn't say that I'm directly below him. I would say that I'm probably going to be, since it's starting to rain, I'd probably be waiting by like the entrance to the temple.
Okay. So, Nor and Vigo make dexterity saving throws to avoid the acid as it falls.
Also, I rolled a 17.
Okay,
19.
19.
What you could do.
18 for me.
What was that?
18. I got an 18.
Okay. Yeah, so Nor, you feel it start to slip as you're climbing down, and you just sort of let it go and like back away. None of it splashes on you. Vigo, you watch it fall down, and you stand to the side, and it just drops. Now, Nor had it in the magical cloak, so it lands on the cloak, but the acid starts to spill out of it,
All right, I pick it up.
corroding the stone.
I grab it.
Okay.
I'm gonna. Do I feel like the acid wouldn't work? The basilisk acid wouldn't work in the rain. It is
Well,
corroded. It's corroding under my. You said it's corroding the stone, right? Even though it's
Yes.
raining.
no, it's only a light rain right now.
Okay. You want me to try it? I can try it. I can try and just drizzle, like, and go up and try and just pour it on all of it.
Power it!
I'm gonna go up to the top. I'm gonna try and go to the
If you're
top
going
and
to
then
take
use
the
my
whole
mage hand.
stomach, like, I'll go up with you.
Okay. If you can hold the stomach, I can grab acid with my mage hand and rub it on things.
Jovian, you're looking around the temple. In your vision, you saw a bunch of artworks like wood carvings. Cough, cough, Nor, who was not in this vision. But there doesn't seem to be anything here. Just
Interesting.
bones. It looks like all the art, all the relics that would have been in this temple are gone.
Are there any
Oh, go ahead.
kobolds around? Can I like ask them where all the artwork that used to be here went?
Yeah. There's some hanging out, just nibbling on goblin bones.
So in Draconic, I'm gonna go up to them and be like, "Hey, is there anywhere like there used to be a lot of artwork here, right? Like, is there somewhere that all got put, or like what happened to it?"
I don't know. Perhaps the Dragonborn took them.
Oh, okay. I guess that makes sense. I mean, like, you're sure you don't know? There's no like storage facility in this temple.
Oh, how could I have forgotten my storage facility?
When the desert became too inhospitable for the weaker creatures, they left, and they took all their sacred artifacts and relics with them,
Interesting.
leaving none
Also-
for our people.
Interesting. You should say weaker creatures.
Yes,
Anyways,
those unfit to survive in the extreme environments of the Eternal Path.
okay. All right. All right. I'm gonna just keep poking around to see, if they have any information about underwear laying around.
Okay. You got 17, 18 for your investigation?
17.
Okay.
And
So,
I think I got 17 on perception.
okay. So, the gnolls pretty much rule this place, even though the kobolds tend to it, and this is like their holy site. So really not much besides bones and skeletons. Funny thing about the skeletons, they're all like pretty small, goblin shaped or sized, but like some of the skulls you saw, it looks like some of these skeletons are fused together. As if
I'm gonna,
two goblins were merged into one aberration.
I'm gonna ask him about the goblins. I'm gonna be like, hey, so like, there's clearly a lot of goblins around here. Can you tell me about that? Where are they coming from? Why are y'all eating them?
They came from the empty marches, servants of the blasphemer Nephos and his shadowy mistress. They attacked us, tried to steal our people, to test us. But they were no match for the kobolds. And the gnolls. They helped. It was mostly the gnolls.
I figured as much. Thank you. That was some good information. Thank you. Thank you for being so open and honest with me. I really appreciate that. You know, it's kind of hard to find these days. It's a very honorable trait.
Kobolds are nothing if not honorable.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. You've been a big help. And then I'm gonna go back to the room or back out, wherever everyone else.
Okay. So the rest of you, what are you guys up to? You're carrying this basilisk stomach.
I'm just like, I'm down by the entrance, just being like, a little to your left, a little to the right.
All right. Nor and Vigo, roll athletics or acrobatics with advantage since you're helping each other.
Hey. You said, I got a nat 20 for 27.
Nice.
Got a 21.
Okay, yeah. So you get up pretty easily, same as before. Weirdly, it seems easier going up than going down, apparently. So you're standing on top of the temple roof with this basilisk stomach.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold it up for you, Vigo.
Yeah, as he's holding it up, I reach my mage hand, I cast mage hand, and I start applying vigorously.
All right. Where do you apply it to?
I imagine we're like on his spine at the moment, and I'm doing it to like his side. But if it doesn't seem to be working like optimal, I could do it to his face.
So
Jovian's gonna call out, put it in his mouth.
I'm just going to yell, pour it.
Yeah, no, I'm doing it by globs because it keeps producing it, right? So I just keep, and I go into its mouth and I put some in its mouth.
So you rub it on its spine, and the rain becomes heavier. The sky becomes darker.
Yep. Now here we go. All right.
You put it on its mouth, and it seems those giant metal wings shift ever so slightly. And then, as you rub it, as you apply it to its face, you see its eyes glow bright blue. And suddenly,
hey, it's me.
A flash of lightning comes down from the sky and strikes the dragon.
That's a good sign.
With them on top.
Which shatters into crumbling rock. Make a
Okay, so my question is, wait, what? Oh, so oh no, you are having me do it. It's dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity saving throw.
I'm going to
18.
never mind. I guess I won't.
All right.
Well-
Nor, what did you get for dexterity?
Nor might need it.
I got a 10.
I'm
Okay.
gonna give bardic inspiration to Nor, and I'm just gonna be down there, just like, just like a parody of Chocolate Rain. That's just like acid rain.
I'm just gonna stare at Harmony like, you think that's helping?
Nor, you can add a d6.
Okay, awesome. So roll.
Then your dex super high.
And my dex is high, and I have an ability that slows my fall.
Nice.
So hopefully I'll survive. Now this, for some reason, can't roll this dice.
I'm just grateful that you weren't a lightning rod.
That's bad. That is bad.
Okay, I got a 3. So it's a 13.
All right. Let me just check this. All right. So the dragon, as it's struck and immolated by the lightning, it shatters into thousands of shimmering blue stones that rain down the mountainside and onto you. Vigo, you just barely avoid it. Nor, you're pelted pretty hard. Nor takes 8 bludgeoning damage. Vigo, you take 4 as the rocks collapse on you.
Okay, not bad.
And then you hear thunder.
What the
And lightning
fuck?
strikes again. And again, all around the temple.
I'm going to yell at them to get inside, and I'm just going to step indoors even more than I was before.
Yeah, I'm
I
gonna.
run
That
inside.
seems like that really feels like that was a contingency plan, probably. Part of the curse, perhaps, should underwear come back to life.
As they run inside, I'm like, "Do you have my cloak?" Like,
Oh, that's
Yeah, I'm gonna- I'm gonna climb down, and I'm gonna try to keep stomach and the cloak as well as I can.
All right.
okay.
Roll acrobatics or athletics.
Okay.
If you nat one
Acrobatic?
again.
Oh, come on. Like, D&D Beyond app. Second. Okay, I rolled a 10.
I'm going to use bardic inspiration again and continue my song of like acid rain,
All right,
and just, you add a d6.
6. So plus 2, 12.
Okay. Yeah, you almost slip in the exact same spot because the stone is getting wet, but you catch yourself, remember your mistakes, and make it down relatively easily and safely.
Good job, buddy.
All right.
Oh my god. As soon as as soon as we get inside, I run up to Harmony and I go, "Okay, this has your friend written all over it."
I think it might actually be the one that
Right.
cursed him in
That's
the
what I was
first place.
Is that not the
Last
same
time-
person?
The last time I checked, water wasn't part of the plane of fire.
Yeah,
Uh,
this
wait.
more-
This is Joshua that thought that Nephos did this. So, who's the one that cursed him?
So official lore that the kobolds told you is Juno Ultrix, the archmage who
Mhm.
caused the shattering, according to most official sources. In the vision all of you had last night, even though they were separate, you were both informed that there was another force at play, Leonte the Weaver, who rules over the plane of shadow
Yeah.
and was an ally of both Adawar and Juno Ultrix.
Okay, I would change what I said. Instead of saying Jacuz, I would have gone in and said, "This has Yanto the Weaver."
Leonte.
Leonto or Yanto?
Leonte.
Leonte, that this has the Weaver lady all over it.
I think we need to commune with Nephos and ask for his help.
Oh my god, can you get through one sentence? Like, one.
We're in a dragon temple. Absolutely not.
Okay, you know what? Just this once. Just this once. I agree with Harmony on getting maybe an all-powerful dragon involved. Like,
He's just gonna be like, "Cool, I hated that guy." But we'll see.
yeah, but he might have information.
I'm going to point towards Jovian and be like, gather the kobolds, I'll set up the circle, we'll commune with him, we'll talk.
Well, actually, it might be smart if you're able to phrase it like.
I'm gonna at that point. I'm gonna hand you your cloak, which is still surrounding the stomach, and I'm gonna say, "Here's your cloak."
You want to put that on, Harmony?
Needs a wash.
Everyone,
Digitation.
everyone roll nature, history, or arcana.
Yeah, if you phrase it like we just killed that dragon, Nephos might actually give you a lot of good information.
Natural 1.
I got an 11 on either Arcana or Nature. Either one.
Nature.
Yeah, they're the same for me. I'll do nature. That's a 10.
Two. Nature.
2? Okay.
Well, we don't know shit.
Yeah. Interesting thing that just happened. Wonder what it could mean.
So I'm instructing Jovian to gather the kobolds in a circle. I'm going to start marking the ground with the same sigils and whatnot that I used when I was on the train. And I'm going to light some incense. And I'm going to sit on my knees, and I'm going to have Scraps out in front of me. And Scraps is also going to be like sort of leaning down in front of me. And
So,
I'm just going to...
The
I'm waiting for
tall,
everybody to gather.
the tall demonic gnoll storms towards you. What are you doing?
Hold that
We're
thought.
gathering assistance.
Or don't hold the thought. Jovian's gonna ignore the knoll, go find the first kobold he can find, and intercon it and be like, gather everyone, don't ask questions, this is desperate.
Of course.
Thank you.
And so the kobolds all like make lizard noises, gather each other up.
Yeah, all of my sigils are in infernal. All on the ground. And so everybody's gathered around it.
Why did those roll?
Okay.
I'm gonna say to Nor, I'm gonna be like, Nor, do you think you can distract our Knoll friend here so that Harmony can do her
Yes.
thing?
I will try. I'm going to go up to the knoll and I'm going to say, "You're quite a big fellow. Would you like to trade martial arts secrets?"
While he's doing that, I'm going to start speaking in Infernal and start doing like my little infernal chant and whatever, and attempt to commune with my patron.
Okay. So Nor, the tall Knoll, laughs at you, much like a hyena would, and he says, "What could you possibly teach me? I have been gifted with the might of Yinogu himself."
I have been trained in the ways of the monk order. Can show you quite a bit, I imagine.
Roll persuasion.
Not good. Not very charismatic. Natural one.
Ha! Foolish machine. Your dwarven masters are powerless compared to the might of the beast of butchery. And he howls. And as he rambles about his demon master, Nor has successfully distracted him from the other satanic ritual going on.
Perfect.
Awesome. Perfect, man.
Satanic. It's infernal. Thank you very much.
Of course.
I'll be here for the ritual. I'll say, Harmony, we don't exactly agree with your mentor, but I'm here to help if you need it.
Holding in the local resources.
For the first and last time.
You think this is the first time I've done this campaign? That's cute.
Harmony, make a charisma saving throw.
Okay. $25.
Wow.
I have a +7 to charisma saving throws.
Okay, so the ground beneath you rumbles, and you hear the storm outside growing fiercer. The air is filled with static electricity, and then suddenly flames erupt from the sigils. All the kobolds cower as the flames.
Electricity and fire.
Oh, the electricity dissipates, replaced by intense heat. You're all sweating except for Nor, who is physically incapable.
Jovian is going to be instructing the kobolds to stay calm in Draconic as best as he can.
Am I sweating even though I'm resistant to fire?
Yes.
Ooh, okay. This is fun.
This isn't your average everyday fire.
This is great.
So the flames
Fire.
form the shape of a towering red dragonborn who Harmony recognizes as her master, Nephos.
Hi, Nephos! Hey, we call upon you for help because we don't know what's going on. We just poured acid on the stone statue, and now everything's going crazy. And so I got all these kobolds here, and we all decided to try to commune with you because we need your assistance and help with this.
Bold of you, my servants, to summon me in the place of worship of my hated enemy. You
See, I was
please
kind of
me.
hoping it would be put in your name. It would be great.
Nephos snaps his fingers, and all around the room, flames appear, creating a circle of fire around you.
Okay, well, we did kill your enemy, so maybe chill out.
Oh, yeah, thank you for the help by giving me my pet. Like, it really helped with killing the basilisk.
And yet you only killed the basilisk to aid these worthless creatures in restoring my enemy.
Is that what we were doing?
Yes.
I told you I would be watching you. You cannot lie to me.
I was wondering if I can get your help, because I was hoping that they would start worshiping you.
The fire flares out, and you hear a booming voice. Kneel before me, all of you.
I'm already
Yeah,
kneeling.
I will die first.
Can I
Quite a phrase.
like hop in and in Draconic say to him like, yo, something happened here. We were not trying to help your enemy per se. It was definitely not in spite of you. But lightning kind of shattered him into a billion tiny blue stones anyways, and we're just a little confused about what that meant.
Yeah, and you did like attack us on a train the first time we met.
Oh, yeah, that happened.
And we're not holding the, like, we're still talking to you, so, like...
I said all that in Draconic, you don't know what I said.
Oh. My point stands! I'm just having a side conversation. I'm like, you attacked us on a train!
I'm just like, I'm literally on my I'm on my knees, just like bowing my head down because he said to kneel.
You're just like prostrating, and we're just like wagging a finger at him.
In Draconic, I'm also going to say, also, if it weren't for us, she would be talking to you a lot more often. Keep that in mind.
We are distracting her pretty well.
So,
That's a good point.
The flames rode taller, and Nephos booms. Do not bargain with me if you have nothing of worth to offer me.
You give you anything, I kind of want to go now.
You think your gratitude, your sympathy is enough? I would have burned all of you to cinders without ever knowing of your existence.
Yeah, and like a side mouth, I say to Harmony, "Great guy, no, you're right, absolutely awesome, dude."
I told you all to make this a temple to him.
That's okay. I don't want anything from you. I just want this to stop. I want you to leave, and I want to leave.
I'm like bowing my head, and I'm like, Nephos, this temple is an honor to you, and we have these kobolds who need help and assistance with surviving out here in the deserts. We also need assistance with what's going on outside. I have no idea, and the only person I could think of who is great and mighty and powerful enough to know about any of this would be you. And in payment, we will pay you this temple.
Deliver the temple to me now. To prepare for my great war, you must slay my enemies.
I mean,
all those who would oppose me. And then he turns to Vigo. All those who would not bow.
Oh my god, I give him like a butler bow. You know what I mean? Like the...
Wait, hold
going
on.
to-
You said...
I'm going to actually use command on Vigo and command him to bow.
I just did!
Oh no, like full on the ground groveling bow.
You can certainly try.
You have to make a wisdom saving throw of 15.
I'm gonna be like, hey, so like you said we could offer you something of worth, correct?
And what
And then you
do
might
you
be
have?
willing to help us. I'm gonna pull off a necklace that I have around my neck, and attached to it is a star ruby, which is normally only worth 1,000 gold, but I'm gonna say this was my mother's, and it's the only thing I have left of her.
Well, you just wanted me to bow. You can chill out. Don't give away your mother's.
Really giving him a temple. He's fine.
It's fine.
I mean, we need information, and he clearly...
Yes, he'll give us information. We give him a temple as well as a bunch of kobold followers. We're good.
He
Yeah,
wants
he
them
also
dead.
wants you to kill us.
And he wants the kobolds to be murdered as well.
Yes.
Unless the kobolds give themselves into him.
Oh my god.
Jovian,
Okay.
as you present your mother's necklace to Nephos, you hear the loudest crack of thunder yet as lightning hits the roof of the temple, causing bits of ceiling to fall down onto the image of Nephos. Everyone make a dexterity saving throw.
Also, I got an 8. I rolled an 18 on the wisdom saving throw, but if we survive this, I might do it anyway.
I got a 4
15.
on my dexterity.
I got 17.
15.
All right. Jovian, you take 11 points of bludgeoning damage
Oh shit.
as
Well,
bits
I
of
guess I'm
stone
technically...
fall down on you.
I guess
the rest-
I'm kneeling in front of him now.
The rest of you take 5 points of bludgeoning damage as you just barely dodge out of the way of the falling rocks. And as the rocks fall, they crash down on this infernal ritual that Harmony has set up, dashing the runes and severing the connection to Nephos.
Well,
Rain
there
falls-
we go.
Rain falls down on the fire, dousing it. And once all the flames are gone, the rain stops. And
I have my
slowly,
hand. Oh, no, is it? Sorry, keep going.
slowly, the clouds overhead fade away.
I have my hand on my gun, and I say to Harmony, "You are very nice, and I know you don't know what this means, but you're kind of evil. And it's not your fault, and you don't mean to be, but you work for an evil man who wants to murder innocents if they don't do everything he says. And if we're going to go on this journey together, we cannot be working with somebody who's working for the actual villain."
He's not evil. He just wants to unify
He
all
wanted
of...
to murder. He wanted to murder me and Jovian, your friends, because we wouldn't prostrate ourselves in front of him and beg for his forgiveness. What kind of person does that?
soon to be God.
Is that a god you want? That's the pantheon you want? All your friends and family dying if they don't worship somebody?
How many other gods demand their worshippers to fall to their knees and to worship them?
Actually, not that many. They won't smite them with flaming hellfire.
So,
From what I have learned so far, quite a few will.
As
Well,
the
that's a
clouds
human, actually.
dissipate, you see a creature flying above you, way up in the sky. Nor, this is the same creature that you saw right before you entered the empty marches in session 1. A flying feathered
and I'm gonna
serpent.
and I'm gonna say that I've seen that before. The train.
Wait. What? Where did you see it? Above where? What is it?
Flying up there. Can't you see it?
It's a feathery snake.
Everyone can roll nature, religion, or arcana for this.
Oh, they're all the same.
Let's see.
Okay, I feel you on that.
Arcana.
14.
17.
Religion.
I got 17, and it literally doesn't matter which one.
Okay.
Joshua got a nat 1, if y'all, because he cut out for me, so.
1.
All right. Jovian, maybe a dragon? Or sorry,
An angry eel.
Vigo, that could be a dragon. You don't know it. Makes sense.
It's kind of just a sky eel.
Jovian and Harmony, you know this as a celestial guardian known as a coatl.
Celestial Guardian. I speak Celestial.
Much like a dragon. But it appears it travels from the Feywilds to protect notable heroes from great forces of evil.
Ooh. I'm just gonna say thank you in Celestial.
And you only see it for a moment.
I wonder why it showed up.
Wait, that's the thing that's that thing. It did lightning on Nephos, but also on the blue dragon. As if it smites evil, why would it smite this dragon? Unless something about doing that was going to.
Vigo.
What?
You just think it's a flying snake.
I assumed that. Well, first of all, I was talking meta. Second of all, I assume you told us.
I didn't say anything. I just banked it in Celestial.
Okay, then I'll take back what I said until somebody says what.
And Harmony's not saying anything. She's just staring up at it, wondering why it showed up.
Here, I'll go. What's that?
Yes, maybe it saved us.
I'll be speaking and just be like, it's a celestial being that protects heroes. But I wonder why it's here. There's no evil to protect us from.
Well, either way, that weird snake or dragon maybe attacked. Underwear, and it attacked Nephos.
Wait.
Both of them.
Attack Nephos.
It did two things. It shot, because if we're assuming the lightning strikes are all one thing, and it's here protecting us from evil, we can only assume that it brought the storm. I don't know, is that a thing that this flying dragon looking thing does? But it seems like, from what you just described, it shot lightning at the dragon at Adawar to shatter him, and then it shot lightning again to destroy your ritual to get rid of Nephos.
Why would it do that? It's supposed to protect you against evil.
Yes,
oh my God.
Harmony and Jovian, you would know that a coatl is a protector and a healer, but not known really for being a warrior or a destroyer.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say to Vigo, I'm gonna be like, you're a little out of line right now. I don't think that thing was here to shoot lightning at anything. I think they were two separate events. that thing's more like a guardian angel type of situation. It just
Two
kinda
separate events
shows-
that both
I
use
think
lightning
it's our
as a
guardian
method.
angel.
No, I don't think that it shot lightning either time.
Oh, so you think it's just chilling and it's just hanging out watching us?
Yeah,
I think that may be an imposter.
Well, as you look at it again, it sort of spirals in the sky and then flies off above you into the west. And that's where we'll end tonight's session.
Now, Dan, I rolled a net. Okay.
You
I rolled a
what?
natural 20 on religion. Is there
Okay.
anything maybe I...
Yeah. So you didn't recognize this before when you first saw it, but now you're starting to piece things together. So that forest you saw it flying over, you were staring out at different dimensions, and you saw it in the Feywild, which is like the opposite of Shadowfell, which is where you had the vision. So the Feywild is a plane of reality that also mirrors our own, but everything's brighter, more intense. Not necessarily a good to Shadowfell's evil, but certainly like a haven for Celestial's fate. You would have seen a brighter mirror of the force of Maltoren, where you spent most of your time, and coincidentally, where Jovian spent most of his time. And this creature appeared right as Jovian held up his mother's necklace.
Your mother a snake? Hey, look at me. Is your mother a snake?
I think...
Is your mother evil?
I think that thing was trying to protect us.
Is your mother evil?
I don't know what this has to do with my mother.
I'm still wondering why it attacked Nephos.
Bitch, your master is evil.
Not my master. He's my mentor.
Whatever.
Your
I'm
mentor?
sure that he would prefer if you called him, like, he seems that kind of guy.
He's my mentor, and first of all, he just wants to unite all the lands. That's all he wants.
Did you hear
It's
what he
not
said? I would burn you. I would burn all of you without ever even knowing who you are or learning who you are. Does that in any way sound like he just wants to unite us? No, it means I want to burn you all.
I don't know if he said that word for word. I think you might be misinterpreting what he said.
DM.
That is what he said. Well, no, it's not. He said, I would burn you all to cinders without ever knowing of your existence.
Yeah. No, I'm sorry. Yes, sorry. I forgot the word.
Yeah, but the important part that you're missing is that none of our names are you all. So we're good.
They have whiskey in this fantasy world.
Yes.
I'm gonna assume I have a little wine sack.
Who you all is, but he must have been evil to get on his bad side.
Yeah, he must have been the worst.
That's such an odd name.
So, is that where we're ending it, I guess?
Yes, I will end the stream. Thanks y'all for joining. See you next week.
Thank you.
Tequila, you are